Hi everyone, very good evening to all of you. This is Ashish Kyal and welcome again to Friday at 4. It's fantastic to have all of you over here. Pleasure to be interacting and talking about markets. आरबीआई ने पॉलिसी रेट हाइक किया 50 बेसिस पॉइंट्स, वो तो सभी को पता है क्योंकि अगर यूएस हाइक करे और इंडिया हाइक ना करे तो देयर विल बी अ ड्रेन ऑफ मनी आउट ऑफ कंट्री बैक टू द यूएस because there is going to be a lot of demand for the US dollars, which is going to result into that. So India has to follow that step, and that's why this has happened. That we are seeing a huge, rate hikes that are happening, despite of expectation that the inflation will possibly cool off. लेकिन lower तो किया नहीं है forecast. तो market ऊपर क्यों गया? That is the question that everyone has in the mind. कि what is the relationship? In fact, in the morning, I have also tweeted across that you possibly 15 minutes after the policy announcement, the trend can emerge. अगर आप मेरे ट्विटर को फॉलो करते हैं तो देखा होगा मैंने मेंशन किया था कि 15 मिनट के बाद पॉलिसी अनाउंसमेंट केम एट अराउंड आई थिंक 10:04 10:05 एंड उसके 15 मिनट के बाद में मोमेंटम मार्केट का रिवर्स होके शार्पली रैली हुआ अराउंड 260 पॉइंट्स ऑन द अपसाइड and rate hike was already factored in, of course, because everyone was aware this is going to happen post what Fed did. So already discounted था. तो यूएस में रेट हाइक हुआ and US market rallied sharply. इंडिया में रेट हाइक हुआ, Indian market rallied sharply. So it seems like rate hike is no longer the reason for the market movement. And exactly the way we have been talking about the movement of the market. In fact, कल हमने बात की थी, day before yesterday we talked about how the market is in a downtrend and we now completed wave A. We are seeing wave B retracing on the upside. तो उसके बारे में बात करेंगे. And we were oversold to an extent. वो आज पता चला. Why? Because oversold में तो market बहुत दिन तक रह सकता है, मतलब बहुत time तक रह सकता है. That is not an indication for reversal. That's an indication that you should not take fresh positions. I mean, if you are a trader, you will understand what I mean. दोनों में फर्क है. रिवर्सल का इंडिकेशन, अगर समझो गाड़ी जा रही है 100 किलोमीटर पर आवर की स्पीड से और आप बोल रहे हो कि ये रिवर्स होगी, नहीं ना, इट कैन स्लो डाउन, इट माइट नॉट नेसेसरली रिवर्स, बट इफ suppose if you see it coming down to 60, coming down to 40, then you can say, okay boss, now there is a possibility of a reversal. So price confirmation is very important despite of the oversold state of the indicator. US is a classic example, for almost a week, so many of the traders have been expecting, if you go and check, have been talking about the US should reverse, should reverse, should reverse. So finally it reversed because they expected it is an oversold, so they should reverse. That's a wrong way of looking at it. Oversold है, possibility of a pullback is there, but इसका मतलब ये नहीं वो reverse होना चाहिए. Reversal is purely price action, faster retracement as per the neo wave concept और time. ये दो तीन चीजों के साथ में ही वो एक्सपेक्ट किया जा सकता है. चलिए आगे का वेबिनार है जो हम कंटिन्यू करते हैं and try to see कि is this pullback a reason why we should start buying the market right now, or to what extent this pullback can go, and we will look at it from the perspective of Gann square of 9. So before I move on to the Gann square of 9, if you are seeing this on the YouTube, do ensure if you have queries, doubts, post it in the comment section, and I will ensure that I am going to answer those points or questions which are raised. So let me now very quickly go and talk about it. Let me open up my TradingView screen very quickly. We are going to make it very quick this time. And I'm going to share across my screen. It has been a fantastic week. I booked across my positions today morning post that reversal candle formed somewhere around 16,950 के आसपास. जब वो रिवर्सल कंफर्मेशन मिला मुझे, वो लेवल पे बुक किया. वहां से एक्सपेक्टेड था शॉर्ट कवरिंग होगा, वो हुआ, मार्केट ऊपर गया. लेकिन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज, डेली कैंडल पे क्या देखा आपने? आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट पैटर्न, आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट डेली कैंडल का, कैंडल की प्रोफाइल पे क्या दिखा? कल का लो भी निकला, कल का हाई भी निकला, which means that it's a big outside candle. Big outside candle, does it reverse the trend? Three rules of candlestick. Are you aware, guys? The basic 3 rules of candle. It does not reverse the trend, but it does indicate at least a pause in the downtrend. So I'm sure many of the bulls who have been butchered in the past few days of time, and they were loathed with frustration and a lot of things. I can see that happening because on the Twitter, I see the comments that people have put in was crazy. Now, here is the opportunity for bulls. If you thought that market should reverse, here is the reversal. The question is, are you buying now? And if not, then don't again crib. If market rallies, don't again crib that you miss out. So you have to be, I have to be carefully choosing words now, what I want to convey. For people, for my mentees, they will understand it clearly. For others, it becomes a topic of debate. I don't want to get into debate. I want to make money out of whatever works in the market. So, चलते हैं पहले trading view पे. I'm going to share across my very simplest way of looking at the market, not complicating it. Let me just share across that screen by looking at the candlestick pattern in a very simple way. तो यहाँ पर है कैंडलस्टिक पैटर्न, यहाँ आपको दिख रहा है, और मैं यहाँ पर एक do you also remember the lunar cycle? Shall we look at the lunar cycle? Let's just look at the lunar cycle. So usually a lunar cycle will result into 3 to 4 days of trend in that direction. चलिए अप्लाई करके देख लेते हैं मून फेजेस यहाँ पर. If I am looking at the moon phases, there are a lot of things. Okay, this is not the sun. Okay, यहाँ पर अगर आप देखोगे, this is the Amavasya. Are you able to see this chart, every one of you? Okay, this is not on the, this has to be on the minute chart, not on the bigger time frame. So I'm just removing that. Out over here, I'm removing the arrows, which is again supposed to be on the minute chart. I'm just going to do that. Just give me a second. And तो यहाँ पर अगर आप देखेंगे बहुत ही क्लियरली, आई एम जस्ट रिमूविंग दिस थिंग, ठीक है, बाकी एरोस को रहने. यहाँ पर देखेंगे तो ये जो बना है ओवरऑल मूवमेंट यहाँ पर जो हुआ है, दैट यू कैन क्लियरली सी इज एन आउटसाइड कैंडल. लेट मी नाउ फर्स्ट गो टू द वीकली चार्ट. वीकली चार्ट पे देखते क्या हुआ ये वीक में जब ये क्लोज हुआ. व्हाट इज द परसेप्शन? वीकली क्या है? Weekly candle profile क्या है? I'm asking from a candle profile perspective. We can see this close is still below the prior weekly close. That is one. Second, this is kind of a pattern. What pattern are we calling this? Okay, this pattern that we call is a hammer. बराबर ना? See, I'm bad with terminologies. I don't even remember the names of the candle, but I know what is the implication. इसको कुछ भी बोलो ना यार, जो मोड़े वो बोलो, लेकिन इम्प्लीकेशन क्या समझना चाहिए. प्रोफाइल क्या है वो समझना जरूरी है. प्रोफाइल क्या है इसमें? इट इज इंडिकेटिंग दैट यहां से ओवरऑल जो ट्रेंड था वो नीचे आया. फ्रॉम दैट वी रिवर्स बैक ऑन द अपसाइड, व्हिच मींस दिस इज द एरिया वेयर बुल्स गॉट एक्टिव. दैट इज फॉर श्योर. बट bears have not given up. There is no confirmation that the bears have given up. So bears have not given up, that is for sure. Is it clear, every one of you? So यहाँ पर समझ में आ रहा है आपको? लूनार साइकिल के साथ में कंबाइन विथ कैंडलस्टिक प्रोफाइल, जिसे कहते हैं कैंडलस्टिक प्रोफाइल. ओके, तो यहाँ पर अभी हम कर रहे हैं, वी आर नाउ गोइंग टू गो along with this, we are now going to go on a daily chart. मंथली भी देखते, मंथ एंड भी है. तो मंथली अगर हमने देखा तो मंथली पे भी आउटसाइड कैंडल बना है और डेली पे भी आउटसाइड कैंडल बना है हमारा. तो मतलब ट्रेंड इनडिसिसिव है फिलहाल डेली पे कि ऊपर का रिट्रेसमेंट शुरू हो गया है, शायद ऐसा लग रहा है, लेकिन कंफर्मेशन कब मिलेगा? I want you to interact with me, yaar. I want you to understand and talk to me. What do you think? People who are there on Zoom, can you tell me? यहाँ पर कंफर्मेशन कब मिलेगा? कैंडलस्टिक के बायस के बेसिस पे. कैंडलस्टिक के बायस के बेसिस पे कब कंफर्मेशन मिलेगा कि ये ऑल कंप्लीट होके रिट्रेसमेंट शुरू हो गया? डेली कैंडल के बेसिस पे आफ्टर द हाई ब्रेक्स, राइट? हायर हाई, हायर लो, 3 कंडीशंस. ये 3 कंडीशन जिसे नहीं पता है, संडे को एक वेबिनार है, वहां पे मैं एक्सप्लेन करूंगा डिटेल में ये 3 कंडीशन. सो जस्ट कीप अ वॉच ऑन दैट. नेक्स्ट, यहां पर से अभी चलता हूं मैं आपको एक्सप्लेन करने के लिए ओवरऑल लूनार साइकिल के बारे में. इफ यू लुक एट दिस साइकिल ऑफ अमावास्या, दिस इज नो जस्ट 1 सेकेंड. ओके, Now are you able to see it, everyone? ठीक है. So I'll just remove this green line here. थोड़ा clear कर रहा हूं मैं चार्ट को आप लोगों के लिए. So Amavasya and Purnima is usually acting for 3 to 4 days of a trend. ठीक है? That is what we can clearly see on the chart. So if you look at it, this was the day of Amavasya. बराबर है? 23rd September के आसपास को अमावस्या था. वहां से 4 से 5 दिन का डाउन ट्रेंड हमें मिला, which is how the lunar cycle is acted. Now from there we are seeing some kind of a reversal. So the high of this lunar cycle was 17,600. So 17,600 is going to act as an important resistance level on the basis of a lunar cycle. That is what we can make out from this chart. Now I want to apply Gann square of 9 also. Gann square of 9 का levels हमें apply करना है इस chart के ऊपर. Shall we do that? Tell me the levels that you remember. I want you to tell me the levels. I don't remember the levels. Can you tell me कौन से levels है on the Gann square of 9? Which are the levels that you remember? Okay, 17,227, fantastic Firdaus, thank you for that. 17,756 Aditi, yes. Pulapali Satish, great. चलिए, glad to get those levels. So 17,227 पे एक level mark करते हैं. But these are the known levels. दूसरा levels कौन सा है? So 17,227 आ गया. I'll just make the coordinate here basis of Gann square of 9 at a 180 degree angle वाला एक लेवल मिला. 17,756 वो तो दूर है, वहां तक तो टाइम है. उसके पहले क्या होगा वो देखना है हमें. तो 17,756 दूसरा लेवल मिला. Can you tell me the other important level which we have, which was on the downside? यहां से नीचे कौन सा लेवल था? 16,706. प्रशांत जामदार, फैंटास्टिक. 16,706 का लेवल था जो नीचे का लो बनाना था. सो 16,706 कहां पर था? 16,706 ये लेवल था इसके पास में. Remember one thing, the Gann square of 9 levels moves in the step of in form of boxes. So we have 16,706. Jayanti, fantastic. Firdaus, great. 16,193. Excellent, Firdaus. The next level below that is 16,193, which is here. तो वो भी mark कर देते हैं. We are marking all the Gann levels on the downside. ठीक है, 193 है वो. चलिए मैं एग्जैक्ट ही कर देता हूँ. 16,193. So we have the multiple levels from where we can expect the markets to reverse. Those are the zones that we have to keep that in mind. If one level breaks, prices tend to move towards the other level. That's how it behaves. तो एक रेंज मिल जाता है हमें कि किसके बीच में मार्केट मूव हो सकता है. Do you remember I have talked how 17,756 was acting like a magnet to the prices? Every time it went down, it came toward that. So the entire zone of this market movement, the average of this was perfectly 17,756 जिसके आसपास oscillate कर रहा था prices. So from here, the hurdle or the resistance for prices is going to be 17,227. That's the major hurdle. 17,227 is the major hurdle where the prices are going to possibly halt. Plus the gap that you see, gap is very important. So remember, gap area price action सबसे superb होता है. This is the gap area that we see. So that's the gap area. So यहाँ पर जो gap बना, this is the gap area which is going to act as a resistance to the prices, and this coincides with the level of 17,227. तो इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि मार्केट ऊपर जाने के लिए बहुत सारे हर्डल है. You can clearly see there is a hurdle here. There is major resistance that is there. और ये लेवल ब्रेक करने के लिए या तो गैप होना पड़ेगा या इट हैज टू डू लॉट ऑफ टाइम पास. तो मतलब एक चीज है कि ऊपर जाने के लिए रेजिस्टेंस या हर्डल आएगा. दैट इज वन. नीचे जाने के लिए 16,706 इज नाउ अ मेजर सपोर्ट. सो हमें मिल गया मार्केट का रेंज basis of some scientific method. So that's the range of the market that we can make out from here on, looking at a simple Gann square of 9 levels. Okay, Gann square of 9 is way of us to understand कि बार बार वो लेवल पे अगर रुक रहा है तो कुछ है क्या वहां पर. That is what we want to see. So Gann square of 9 plus you have to combine with candlestick or price action. Okay, so that's how we will come to know the range of the market. Once we know the range of the market, we can then go down on a 1 hour chart. अभी हम time frame change करेंगे. So this is known as multi time frame analysis. हमने डेली पे देख लिया, लेवल्स मिल गए, आउटसाइड कैंडल मिल गया विच इंडिकेट्स इंडिसिसिवनेस, रिवर्सल है वो भी पता है. तो क्या कंक्लूजन मिला यहां से कि जो ये फॉल शुरू हुआ था, जो मैंने 2 दिन पहले बताया था, that has been possibly pausing now. We might see a reversal which might not be a strong trend as long as this zone is protected. ये जोन का अल्टीमेट लेवल कौन सा है? ये कैंडल का लो. सो 17,290 इज द लेवल जिसपे बहुत मुश्किल है क्रॉस करना, 17,290 के ऊपर. और नीचे में सपोर्ट के लिए हमें 1 आवर चार्ट पे जाना होगा. इनफैक्ट अगर आपको ध्यान होगा, मैंने बताया था कि द ट्रेंड यूजुअली स्टार्ट्स 15 मिनट्स आफ्टर द पॉलिसी अनाउंसमेंट. तो पॉलिसी अनाउंसमेंट हुआ यहाँ पर 10:05 को हुआ अप्रोक्सीमेटली, एंड 10:15 को ये कैंडल बना, और 10:20 से आप देख सकते हो कि ये जो रैली कंटिन्यूड हुई. कैन यू सी दैट? दिस इज द कैंडल. आर यू फॉलोइंग गाइज? आर यू फॉलोइंग मी ऑन ट्विटर? आर यू देयर everyone? So 15 minutes in the morning tweet, 15 minutes after the low being formed here is mentioned, and ये कैंडल यहां से ट्रेंड इमर्ज हुआ after a rejection of this candle here. So this is how usually market moves. Okay, you want to know what was there on the Twitter? Let me just share that across very quickly, and फिर वहां से हम देखेंगे कि आगे क्या करना है. So I'm just going to show you during the event. This is how you can expect it to behave and move. So you have to be very, very careful when you are trading the events. यहाँ पर I'll just share that across. Just a second. Just a second. I'll just share this across. यहाँ पर है. You can see the Twitter handle. Also remember one more thing. Very clearly there is a fake Twitter handle, so don't follow that with an extra H at the end. So my colleague has shared across the Twitter handle link. So we expected that the move can be range bound यहाँ पर. So if 15 minutes later prices move above 17,030, low will form 15 minutes later, and the momentum started after that. So that's what I wanted to just show across. चलते हैं यहाँ पर वापस एनालाइज करते हैं. Now on that basis we started seeing a move on the upside. Let's check on 1 hour chart. So यहाँ से whatever we saw, we started at this point, completed here. Now we are seeing a retracement of the fall. So we can combine it with Fibo retracement also. And यहाँ से अगर हमने Fibo retracement लिया, we will see along with the entire move which was there on the downside, we are now retracing this move. Why from here? This is on the basis of my wave analysis that I'm doing. So currently we are standing at 38.2% retracement level, and then possibly we might end up going a little higher, which is 50 or 61.8. तो देखते हैं. फिलहाल ट्रेंड पॉजिटिव है. यहाँ पर वेव ए कंप्लीट हुआ, वी आर इन वेव बी, लेकिन आई एम नॉट गोइंग टू बाय कॉल्स या बाय फ्यूचर्स. आई माइट सेल पुट्स बिकॉज what is the expectation? Market will go higher, maybe in an overlapping fashion. Short covering हुआ, sharp और ऊपर जा सकता है, yes, but it can be possibly range bound. So हमारा expectation क्या है मार्केट से, उसके बेसिस पे हम, पैटर्न के बेसिस पे हम ट्रेड लेंगे, एसेट सिलेक्ट करेंगे. तो यहां से possibility we might see some kind of a pullback on the downside. That's one. Then we might again start attempting to go on the upside. That's how the markets can possibly behave. That is how I am seeing it for now. This is valid as long as the lower level now of Gann 16706 is intact, and on the upside the next level of the Gann is also protected. So basis of this, हम इस तरीके से इसे ट्रेड करेंगे. Are we clear on this, everyone? What to expect from the market now? So I am now moving from a bearish stand to sideways, little tilted towards positive side. So don't blame me if I change my stand. Huh? I know people start saying that you are bearish and market should crash, and now you are saying you are bullish. अरे बॉस, मार्केट क्रैश हो गया ना, मतलब कितना चाहिए आपको? 1000 पॉइंट तो हो गया, उससे कितना हो गया? 1300 पॉइंट्स हो गया. और क्या चाहिए आपको? मतलब यू वांट इट टू गो टू 15,000 टुडे? एक दिन में तो नहीं जाता है, एक वीक में भी नहीं जाता है, थोड़ा टाइम लेता है, राइट? सो चेंज योर स्टैंड बेसिस ऑफ द मार्केट. सो इफ आई राइट डाउन नाउ बुलिश व्यू, डज नॉट मीन दैट आई एम एट लॉस. I just changed my stand basis of the market. Is it clear, every one of you? Any questions, please? So I think the best way to write this is, I booked my shorts in the morning. I shorted puts on the other end to ride this move. So that's how I do it. I'm doing it right now. I just shared it across so that if it helps for you to understand what to do. So Monday, expecting a range bound movement between these two Gann levels. जब तक ये लेवल इंटैक्ट है, लेट्स सी इफ अगर यहाँ से रिवर्सल कैंडल वापस बना तो फिर से शॉर्ट करेंगे थोड़े नीचे के लिए, और फिर देखेंगे क्या ओवरऑल मूव बनता है बाजार में. Many are saying that Dow Jones is underperforming, India is outperforming. You know, जैसे ये अप मूव आएगा ना, फिर से डीकपलिंग शुरू हो जाएगा. I don't think we are decoupled. India will only try to catch later on, if not sooner. That is how it has to be. Can we buy calls here? नहीं, कॉल बाय करना थोड़ा रिस्की है. कॉल बाय करने के लिए आपको 15 मिनट्स पे टाइम के साथ सेटअप करना पड़ेगा. Okay, Ashok had a non-directional options and book profits today. Fantastic, Ashok. Tuhin shorted puts. Fantastic, Tuhin. Great to see you that. What does the rejection mean? Rejection का मतलब होता है कि वो लेवल तक गया और वहां से वापस रिवर्स होके नीचे आ गया. So that is what we call as a rejection. Rejection के बाद अगर acceptance आया, that's a very strong indication. So for example, यहाँ पर ऊपर गया था, फिर rejection हुआ, फिर भी acceptance नहीं आ पाया. So you know, that's how it is looking like right now, and that's how the thing is. So how do you time the market and go long? उसके लिए Sunday को at 11 I am going to be there live. So please join me on Sunday. The link will be shared across by my colleague. You can register for this webinar on Sunday, जहां हम बहुत डिटेल में टाइम के साथ में डिस्कस करेंगे. So the green arrows that you are seeing are on the basis of certain times that I do. Can you please draw the neo wave? You want me to share neo wave counts? What I am seeing on the chart? ठीक है, चलते हैं 15 मिनट के चार्ट पे. I am going to remove this one, volume profile and all those things. So I just, this is my neo wave count. I'm doing it for people who understand it. And the Master of Waves participant, we do have a follow-up session which we might do in the coming week. So be ready, be prepared. We will do that. So यहाँ पर A था, this is my count, B, C, D, and this was an E. Something completed here, which was, that's my assumption. That's my assumption. I can be wrong. This fall, which was possibly wave A. This is wave B. B took more time than A. Also, B retraced at least 1% of A. इसका मतलब ये zigzag बन सकता है. Zigzag बनने के बाद में we had a ending diagonal pattern with possibly ending diagonal pattern as 1, 2, 3, 4th overlapping with wave 2, and this is 5th, and this completed a C. Post pattern implication of ending diagonal pattern is what? And you remember the morning I mentioned on the mentorship group, Telegram group, 16,950, that was this level, which was breaking that level. And that's where I said short covering is possible. Anyone there? Firdaus, you were there, right? Tuhil, 16,950 is the level that I mentioned in the Telegram group. Exactly the reason is here कि यहाँ पर 2-4 trend line break हुआ, possibly, and that's where we can expect it to pull back. And यहाँ से pull back आया, and look at it. What is the post pattern implication of a ending diagonal pattern? To reverse back to the level where it started in half or 1/4 of the time. So it started here, it reversed back to this level in half or 1/4 of the time. That's where it is done. Okay. Between 1 and 2, there is a fall. Exactly. So this is 1, 2 is still ongoing. This is just wave A. Okay, between 1 and 2, this 2. So this is a part of 2. This is A, B, and C here. That is wave 2. That's the fall. because this, if this would have been third, this should go below the end of 1, which did not happen. So इसके नीचे नहीं गया, so this was not third, this is a part of 2. So that's 1 2 3 4 and 5. That's how the ending diagonal, and we had a series of positive divergence. And if you remember, Firdaus, I also talked about on the Telegram group that what concerns me is only one thing, is a series of positive divergence we are seeing on hourly and 15 minutes. दोनों पे पॉजिटिव डाइवर्जेंस था, सो दिस ऑप्शन वाज ओपन कि शायद ऐसा हो सकता है, या रनिंग पैटर्न बना तो सी कुड हैव बीन वॉयलेंट, लेकिन रिवर्सल जैसे ही 6950 के ऊपर मिला, कंक्लूजन हो गया कि ये बॉस रिवर्सल पैटर्न है, यहाँ पर रनिंग नहीं बन रहा है और ये एंडिंग डायगोनल में सी बना है. Is it clear? Does it make sense? Do you get the answer? Okay, so great guys. That's what I thought I'll share across in a nutshell. Nutshell में क्या करना है, मतलब लोगों ने सुना इतना सब देखा लेकिन कंफ्यूज हो गए कि करना क्या है. करना कुछ नहीं है, हमें यहाँ पर अपॉर्चुनिटी यहाँ पर कंप्लीट होने के बाद में वेव ए शायद कंप्लीट हो रहा है, बी नीचे आएगा, सी फिर ऊपर आएगा, तो ओवरऑल राइड करना है. पुट को राइड करके मे भी ऊपर आया तो कॉल को भी राइड करेंगे, एंड साइडवेज ट्रेंड के लिए बेट करेंगे. यहाँ से पुल बैक पॉसिबल है. दैट इज हाउ आई एम लुकिंग एट इट, दी ओवरऑल कॉन्ट. सो वायलेंट मूवमेंट होगा, लेकिन किसके बीच में होगा? 16706 और 17300 जो गैप एरिया, दिस इज द रेंज जिसके बीच में वायलेंट मूव होगा. सो यू हैव टू यूज दैट रेंज एंड फॉर्म एन ऑप्शन स्ट्रेटेजी अकॉर्डिंगली. I think we will at least have a sideways action for next 2-3 days. Good for option sellers, not for option buyers. Intraday ke liye you can still continue to do that. Great, fantastic guys. Very quick announcement I want to also make. We are launching the mentorship program, which is happening on starting from 14th of November. So if you want to be a part of this mentorship program, you can simply participate in the poll. And there is a Master of Cycles program, which is a fantastic program. You know, I think last Master of Cycles happened, what, I think 3-4 months back, 4-5 months back. I don't really recollect. कब, हाँ, 5 महीने हो गए शायद मेरे ख्याल से. And this is something where I'm going to be announcing. I'm going to be talking how to time the market, how to look at it, how to go about it. All of those things we are going to do. So you can be a part of mentorship. If you're a part of mentorship, you're a part of this Master of Cycles anyways. So you can choose that, and I'll just share the link for people who want to know more about it and want to enroll for this program. You can do that, and the link will be here with you all. Just a second, kahan gaya link? Deepak Sarin is saying, always mesmerized to hear you. Thank you, Deepak. So it's always good, right? You have to be always ensuring that you are not moody because of the market. Okay, market will do what it has to do. You do what you want to do, right? So you don't force yourself on the market. That's one. Market is supreme. You don't force yourself, your views on the market. If trend changes, you change. ऐसा नहीं है, नहीं मैं तो bearish हूं, मैं bearish ही रहूंगा. I can change my stand with a fraction of a second. Does not matter what people say. क्या फर्क पड़ता है? That's what helps in making money, right? That is important. So the link is shared across. If you want to be a part of the Master of Mentorship program or the Master of Cycles, you can simply visit the link which is shared. And great guys, I'm going to see you on Sunday at 11 a.m. Ensure you are there. The link will be shared on the Zoom with you all, and it's going to be simply fantastic. Great guys, thank you very much for joining here, and really appreciate. I'm going to end the poll now. So see you on, I'm ending the poll now. See you on a Sunday at around 11 a.m. 2 घंटे के लिए मिलेंगे. और साथ में, if you want to be a part of this scientific approach to the market, you can enroll yourself for Master of Cycles or Mentorship. Thank you. Have a wonderful day. Ashish Kyal signing off. And don't forget to share across your comments on the YouTube. If you are checking me on YouTube, आपका comment लिखो which kind of topic you want me to talk. And if I get more than 500 likes on this video, I'll do it more frequently, if that helps. The last video I got like 450, 480 likes. Let's cross that 500 mark on the YouTube. That will help. Thank you very much and have a wonderful day. Trade well. Do not get carried away. No reason for frustrations. Markets are here, we are here. Uppar jaye ya niche jaye, we just have to identify a trade setup. If you have a trade setup, you have to trade that. Don't bother what everyone says. Don't bother what I say. Have your trade setup and trade just that. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.